So yeah, what can we do? What are the kind of applications we can do with continuations? Well, we have a working example of the EVM. It's like an EVM interpreter. I guess it's using REVM. It's like a Rust interpreter for the EVM. We have working examples of that. We have a WASM interpreter that you can run. In the past, it was kind of limited in what you could do with these things because we had an upper bound of 16 million cycles. That means if you hit the 16 million cycle limit, the program would just stop, and there's just no more proof. We just couldn't prove anything beyond that. Plus, I would say that it took like 100 gigabytes of RAM in order to run something with 16 million cycles, and it took a very long time. You know, it took like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. So when we split, you know, with our default segment limit is now a million cycles, and so that takes. We try to fit that within about 8 gigabytes of RAM. We're trying to fit this on sort of consumer grade hardware like GPUs. And so we can actually, you know, each one of these million sized cycle segments can run in parallel, assuming that you have enough machines so you can go wide. We can make it scale in that way. So now developers can kind of write fairly long programs. You know, one of the ideas is, could we run GCC or like a compiler within the virtual machine? It'd be interesting because perhaps we could help solve some of the supply chain sort of issues that we've run across. If we could run a whole build inside of VM, that'd be interesting. zkML, you know, obviously requires lots of computation, so we shouldn't be limited anymore on sort of how many cycles it takes to run something. Yeah, so yeah, that's the question. What can we do with this thing? Yeah, that's what's new.
Awesome. Thank you, Frank.